instead of just being a drummer, which I'd be fine with. But I just kind of started this about 5 years ago, taking on the vocals.
Or taking on vocals. And how long have you been playing
Not
drums?
leads, but leads is even newer, just starting with backups around that time.
I can tell you, going to live shows, and whenever the drummer breaks in as the live vocal, I find myself, I'm looking at the stage, I'm like, who's doing that? What? Oh, it's the drummer. He can do more than drum. That's awesome.
It boosts the compliments, which is kind of rewarding.
Absolutely.
Well, it's unique. I mean, in the history of rock, anyway. What do you got? You've got Don Henley and you've got Phil Collins.
Sure.
A couple others that I can't think of.
Yeah,
probably,
I can't think.
Right. Well, I guess the way I look at it is that the traditional. I guess I kind of look at it as the traditional formula of a band is that the guitar player / lead singer, if there was a case, would be the front man, the person that gets all the all of the attention, and then you have your rhythm section, the drummer and the bass player that are holding down the beats, really aren't getting the attention because it's an underrated instrument, I guess we'll say. However, Zephrus, we have so if I understand, we have now the bass player and the drummer are singing. The lead guitar player is doing I say lead guitar player. The only guitar player is not singing. So it's kind of like you guys have evened out the focus, so people are paying attention to the entire band. Right. I think that's kind of a cool.
And then on top of that,
cool
the fact that it's a 3-piece means that the stage stays fairly sparse and easy for people to, it stays like the view is accessible to people.
So do either of you have excessive pedal boards and stuff like that? Where
I do, yeah.
And you're the bass player.
It's a nice element.
Well, he's also our synthesizer player with his feet.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll admit, as a bass player myself, I'm more of a purist. I occasionally have an overdrive, and I would like Tube Amp to be doing that for me. But that's just myself. And believe me, it's kind of like I had what I call an 80s moment, where you ever notice that in the 80s, once the synthesizers and the keyboards really, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a new thing, so they just saturated everybody with it. It's kind of like auto-tune these days.
Yeah.
Everybody's using it, and it totally lost its flair, I guess we'll say. And so I'm sure, well, obviously, from the music, we can hear everything you do is tastefully done, from the harmonics right down to the backbeat of the drums and vocals. So it's absolutely fantastic. So I want to thank you guys once again for coming in. This is Zephrus, everybody, here at Rocket Shop, and Scott, Corey, and Troy. And thank you guys once again.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
And let's. How do you want to end tonight? What's the last track you want to play to send people out on?
Breaking Ridge.
This one will feature actually Scott on leads and myself on backups.
Excellent. So this is going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. So Breaking Ridge. Thank you guys once again for coming in the studio. Thank you all for listening. And we're going to come back after this song to pay dues to our people that fund this, as well as tell you about next week's show. Next week we're doing another Rocket Shop Live at Main Street Landing. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Here it is, Breaking Ridge by Zephrus, here on Rocket Shop 105.9.
Has left you breathless. Soldier on